How's it going, Habibis? There's something you guys don't know about me. And it's that I got that Dino DNA.
What? I've had what they call Dino DNA.
Guys, I am a secret lover of dinos. I love this deck. And if you guys have checked out the stream, you guys know I play this deck from time to time. It's a lot of fun, and I really believe that it's going to be a top tier deck for a period of time in Master Duel. I'll explain later on in the video why I think that. But guys, if you were part of our stream during the Duelist Cup run, we went on a crazy 15-game winning streak where we just kept popping off with dinos. Now, this is a scrapless dino deck that I was playing. I do have a scrap version of it if you guys want to see that one. That one is crazy what it can do, but it's not as consistent. We want consistency and we want power. I'm going to go over these replays, guys, and show what this deck can do. Let me know if you guys want to see more dino content in the future. Let's get into these replays and showcase that Dino DNA. All right, so something to keep in mind, guys, for this video, I want this to be educational. So I wanted to have information for new dino players to encourage people to play the deck, but also I wanted to have information for people like the advanced players that are trying to learn some new combos. So I'm going to try to, break everything down completely. I'm going to try to talk about things in a very simplified way. So something to keep in mind with this deck is the fact that we have Miscellaneous Source at our disposal at 3. This card is so good, it makes our dino monsters unaffected by card effect. So I'm going to Fossil Dig here and grab that Miscellaneous Source. I'm going to summon Ovi, so now I know I'm protected from Imperm, I'm protected from Soliak. I'm going to grab Pankratops. So Pankratops allows me to special summon it because they have more monsters than me, and I'm going to target their Rule Kalos. Now, unfortunately, I do have to use 2 cards to get rid of Rule Kalos, but I did want to get this completely off the field, so I just took care of it. No worries, because on top of that, I do have Misk. The only problem here that I was worried about was that if they had Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave could hurt at times, but luckily they didn't have it. We're going to go Ground Xeno. Ground Xeno is going to pop the baby. It's going to add Xeno Meteorus, and then we're going to get the baby effect, and we're also going to get Xeno's effect to special summon itself. Okay? So now we're going to go Misk. Misk is going to summon Arch. Arch is going to pop the baby, give us a pill, and then we're going to then use the baby effect to summon a Petite Pterodon. We're going to go Link Karibo, and then we're going to go into Sprite Elf. Once again, Sprite Elf is good just for the protection. And they're going to scoop, So we got over the Rule Kalos. We were unaffected by card effects. They probably had Imperm set, but they couldn't activate them because we're unaffected because of Misk. I'm going to take you guys through what a full combo looks like with this deck. So usually when you have full combo, it's 2 cards. It's either Soul Eating Oviraptor, Babyosaurus, or Miscellaneous Source, or Petite Pterodon too. So any combination of 2 of these 3 cards gets you full combo. Here on top of that, we have Xeno Meteorus, so we're going to take advantage of it. I will explain at the end board here what would have happened had we not had the Xeno Meteorus in hand. So we summon it because we destroyed our Babyosaurus. Then Babyosaurus is going to summon Ovi. Ovi is going to let us add Petite Pterodon. We still have a normal summon. We're going to summon the Petite. We're going to eat the baby to summon another baby. Then we're going to summon Giant Rex. Now we're going to go into Sprite Elf. We don't even use Sprite Elf's effect to bring back our level 2 because we don't even need it. We go right into Baron de Flor. Now I go double evolution pill. I use the Link Karibo and Giant Rex in the graveyard. Giant Rex has that great effect. It gets to be special summoned when it's banished. So now I can go into Dolka, and when my opponent sees this board, they run away. They're like, there's no shot on breaking this. They scoop it up. But had we not had Xeno Meteorus in hand, instead of Baron de Flor, we would have went into Solda, which Solda is a solid card, but Baron de Flor is better. Solda is really good against Kashtira matchups, and we'll talk more about it during the deck breakdown. All right, guys, so this duel was absolutely insane. We went up against Mr. Casual, and he was anything but Mr. Casual. Let's just say that. He's playing best deck in the game, Snake Eyes. He plays Wanted in the main phase, which should never do. I wish I had Droll to punish him, but I didn't. So he ends up having Snake Eyes Ash in hand, so dude's got full combo. We're going to let him play. What do we have in our hand? How are we going to combat this? We have Frostosaurus in hand, which is a brick. If you guys saw this on stream during the 15-game winning streak, this card was glued to my hand. I had to have drawn it like 4 out of 15 duels. But we have Miscellaneous Source, which they go into Borreload Savage here, and I feel like they went into Borreload Savage because I was playing with my toggle. And I can activate Mist during their turn, and they saw that, so I think they were scared of Nibiru. We have Pankratops. Pankratops is a great going second card. This is a very, very good card. It's going to force some interactions. We have Triple Tactics Talents, which is obviously great going second card as well. And then UCT is usually a brick. We're going to try our best to make use of it though. So our opponent's just about done. So what we're going to be going up against, we have an Omni Negate and Borreload. They are going to have this, which is going to turn into, this Formula Synchron is going to turn into a Baron de Flor, another Omni Negate, as well as follow-up, because Flamberge is going to go to the graveyard. I'm going to use that Pankratops effect to pop the Formula Synchron. They are going to negate it with Borreload Savage. So I get rid of one of their Omni Negates. I'm going to see if I could slide this Miscellaneous Saurus in, and luckily it resolves. So that's the good thing about this deck. A lot of people don't read Misk. They don't even know what it does. He's like, why did you just discard that card? That was a waste. That's probably what this guy's thinking. So they go into Baron, so now we got another Omni Negate to deal with. Remember, they also have Promethean Princess in the graveyard, so that's a disruption that they have. They have hand traps, face downs, we don't know what they got. So they continue to play. They add Fallout for next turn. They add Kurikara. They also add Original Sinful Spoils. Okay, so we're going to play Triple Tactics Talents. Immediately, they're going to negate it. So two cards, we burn both their Omni Negates, so that's good. We were going to try to take Baron de Flor, so they saw that and they negated it. We're going to activate Misk's effect to summon out Archosaur, and what are they going to do? They're not going to read Miscellaneous Saurus. That's what they're going to do. They use Effect Veiler on the Archosaur, and someone's got to tell them. Someone's got to tell them. It is unaffected. We pop the baby to summon Ovi. They are then going to activate Promethean Princess. And homie did not read Misk. Unaffected. We summon the Petite, we eat it with the baby to summon another baby. We use Petite to go into Xenometeorus, and then I immediately go into my Baron de Flor. So now I have an Omni Negate on the board, which is huge. I'm going to pop their face down, which was a Imperm, so that could have slowed me down. We're going to go into Archosaur. Go into Link Karibo from Archosaur, and then we're going to summon this UCT from our hand. Okay? I'm going to pop the baby to flip all their cards face down, and then summon a Miscellaneous Saurus from the deck using Baby's effect. And I'm going to go into Cross Shape here just so that I can get the Link Karibo in the graveyard. Because remember, to play Double Evolution Pill, you need to have a non-Dino in the grave. So I'm going to attack all these monsters, inflict 1,000 damage for each defense position monster destroyed. And then I'm going to attack over the Promethean Princess and the Amphibious, whatever. They're going to summon back Promethean Princess. That's fine. I'll just attack her again. Then they're going to activate this effect. I didn't even have to negate this, but I did anyways. We negate it, we do a little cross sheep damage, and then we finish it off with UCT. So we, despite having a brick, despite going up against disruption after negate, after disruption, we still were able to break the best deck in the game. All right, so this was win number 14 of the streak, and to be honest with you, we kind of, like I mentioned at the beginning, we go second a lot of times throughout this little 15-game winning streak of ours. And, you know, we get a very good going second hand. We do play Maxi here. We play it prematurely. It triggers the Unicorn. We activate Ash on the talents. I figured the opponent would end their turn. I figured, okay, I'm under Shifter, which I forgot to mention that. I'm under Shifter here, which is huge. So they decide to play Maxi, to take the Maxi challenge. I guess they feel like Shifter's enough, and it usually is. But Dinos can play around Shifter pretty well, especially when you give us, you know, 6 cards here. So they're going to go into their cash plays. We're going to keep drawing. We honestly don't draw great. We draw okay. Can't complain. You can't complain if you resolve Maxi, right? So we have 2 Fossil Digs, which is big, but we have to go against the Rise Heart, and we're already under Shifter, so all our cards get banished anyways. So we're in a bit of a pickle, to be honest with you. I make an interesting decision here. I go Pot of P. Pot of P is going to trigger their Shangri because Pot of P banishes face down. But I was hoping it would be worth it. I dig for Imperm. It was kind of worth it, kind of not. I was hoping for, you know, a little bit something, a little different pizzazz there, but you got to make do with what you got. You got to play the hand you're dealt. So I could Imperm the Shangri. I decided to Imperm their Rise Heart. You know, just to get it away. I don't want to have to deal with the disruption. Remember, Misk needs to go to the graveyard, so I'm not unaffected by card effects. So I can't play Misk here. So now, they're going to banish this. I'm down to 2 monster zones, which is a huge problem. And then they use their effect of Big Bang to summon out Unicorn. So here's my strategy. We're going to go Fossil Dig. We are also going to go Fossil Dig again to get Giant Rex and Xenometeorus. Now, the reason I do this is because I know I have Archosaur in my hand. Archosaur in hand is actually a good thing here. We're going to pop the Giant Rex. It gets banished, which then allows it to be summoned. Because remember, we're going to take advantage of the fact that all our cards get banished. They're going to chain Fenrir and chain Unicorn, and this was a mistake by them. So because they do this, this gives me an opportunity to now chain my Xenometeors to save my zones from being blocked. They go and they rip Logi out of my extra deck. We're going to summon the Giant Rex because they banish the Archosaur using Fenrir, and they're going to have to attack my spell and trap card zones with Shangri. So that is fine. I now have a Baron de Fleur and one free zone for Mr. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So we're going to go into Baron, we're going to go into Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and we would have game if it weren't for Pot of Prosperity. Pot of Prosperity makes it to where your opponent takes half the damage the rest of the turn. We are going to attack all these monsters with UCT, and then we're going to just, basically nuke the entire field. We're going to use Baron de Fleur's effect to get rid of Birth. So we are in a great situation. We have turned this duel completely around. They have 4,000 life points left. They have 3 cards, and we're good to go. So they end up summoning Unicorn here, and then they use Rise Heart's effect to summon it. I'm going to put them all face down with UCT, and that is GG. So we made a crazy comeback there. It was huge. Even though we resolved Maxi, we still probably had no business winning that game. So it was pretty fun. It was very exciting to experience that on stream. I had a good time. Let's get into this deck profile, guys. Let's see what we cooking up. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the part where I showed the winning streak. Well, whatever. I just know we're on the internet. Some people get very skeptical and are like, dude, Matty, you didn't really win 15 games in a row. I don't believe you. Well, here it is, guys. We won 15 in a row. We as a team. It was a team effort. Me and the Habibis in the stream. It was a good time. 15 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 15. And then we lost. Yeah, but we literally killed it, dude. We killed it. 15 in a row. That's pretty crazy. It was my best winning streak in Master Duel, so that was pretty cool. Anyways, now let's go into the deck profile. All right, guys, here is the goo, the sauce. This is what you wanted. This is our Duelist Cup 15-game winning streak deck profile. It was a crazy run. Let me go over some of the deck key cards of the deck, and then I'll kind of tell you guys what I think about things that can be changed. So I play the Frost so that we can go into Solda. It's a Xenometeor's target. I play one Archosaur. I guess I'm the one-of guy. I play one DM in my Dark Magician videos. I play one Vision Hero Increase in my Hero videos. I'm very adamant about this, though, because remember, I said this is a 2-card combo deck. If you draw Arch and a baby or a Fossil Dig to get a baby, that's 7 cards with Arch. You still have full combos, so it's okay to draw Arch. Now, something I've been risking is playing 1 pill. Now, I will tell you, playing 1 pill, if you draw the pill, you can't use Arch anymore. So maybe consider playing this at 2. I just started playing it at 1, and it worked out for me, so maybe I'll keep pressing my luck. We'll see. Besides that, everything else is pretty standard. I play Bell and 3 Imperm. We're in a Snake Eyes meta, so these are 2 cards that are very good against it. This is also good against Labyrinth, something to keep in mind. 1 Pank, you guys saw how Pank does work. And also we play Small World and Pot of Pea. These are just good cards to help us dig into the deck. It's very important to know that with Small World, you should know your targets. I almost misplayed, or I did misplay during the run, but it didn't cost us. So know your targets. Be sure you know what you're digging for with Small World. Ground Xeno and Baby, full combo. Guys, if you want to see a combo breakdown of this deck, I will do it gladly. Let me know in the comments. Also, if you guys want to see a scrap version of it, I do have that. That's actually what I used to play predominantly. I just recently started playing scrapless, but I have a lot of fun with that with that deck. I feel like the scrap version is not as consistent, but it's so powerful. It can go into Naturia Beast. It can go into, 2 Omni Negates with Borreload and Baron. It's a crazy deck. It's just not as consistent. To go into the extra deck, we got Transcendosaurus Gigantozauler. I didn't use this card once, but it's a decent card. It has really good synergy with the UCT as well. We got the best dino in the game, Baron de Fleur. This is a dinosaur monster in his soul. He got that Dino DNA, trust me. Chen Ying and then Logia. We didn't go into Logia, but Logia is good. It's basically Solemn Judgment with legs. Very good card there. Dugaris for OTKs. Solda, I'm not going to lie, Solda be selling low-key. Solda's not as good, but this card is basically a placeholder. for the card that is going to break Dinos. It is Evil Zor Lars. When Evil Zor Lars comes out, it's going to be 2 basically Red Dragon Archfiend effects. It's like an Omni Negate. It negates any card effect on the field, and you can do that twice per turn. Well, you detach a material, but it's not a once per turn effect. So you can basically do it 2 times during your opponent's turn. So it's going to really take this deck to another level. You will see Dinos topping, mark my words. There will be a period where Dinos are kicking butt. Now is the time to learn the deck. And, you know, especially considering people don't know what Mist does, this is a great opportunity to take advantage of that. In terms of what I would change, I think I'm going to play Megalo Smasher X instead of Frostosaurus, because this will give me opportunities to go into rank 4 Ixies if I use Xenometeorus' effect to pop a baby or pop something to summon out my normal monster. This can go into my rank 4 Ixies. It could also go into Chenying. So I think this is a better option because, like I said, I didn't go into Solda once. I didn't go into Zeus once. I didn't go into Dugaris or Gigantosaur mods. Cross Sheep wasn't really that helpful. So there's a lot of things that you could change with the extra deck, but it is good to have them just in those niche situations. But yeah, I would probably go Megalo Smasher X instead. And then, you know, maybe consider playing 2 pills. I like cutting it to 1. It's a brick a lot of times to draw it. So those are some things that I would change. But remember, guys, when Lars comes, you want to be ready. So if you have any questions about the deck, ask me in the comments below. I will always answer them. Also, if you like this video, if you found it helpful, consider dropping a like. And if you want to sub to the channel, I would appreciate it. If not, I totally understand. Take care of yourselves, Habibis. Go kick some butt with dinos. Go develop that Dino DNA.